The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope we're all ready to take advantage of the markets today. Let's see here. Go through the market wrap here in 1 minute. Okay, so NASDAQ overnight we blew up. A lot of people thought we were going to sell off after Friday, and as you can see, we got all the way up to 12,262. Our low before we blew up was 12,104, so about 160 points of range. Toward the top of that range now, still above 12,200. Let me draw a line. There. You can see here, I don't know what happened last night. Hey, Mr. G. That's a good point. Very good point, Mr. G. Give me 1 second, and I will continue my thoughts on the market. Anyway, as I was saying last night, I was, just got off stream on the Sharevision stream as we turned back time. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, turn back time, that happened. I don't know if something triggered that. I don't know if someone just went and bought like 1,000 contracts or what. But as soon as I got off stream, we burst up 100 points in 4 minutes. So that was interesting. And of course I missed it because, I actually had gone long here on the Apex account, took a loss, said, okay, it's not going to go long, and then it went long. So that's okay. Anyway, so that's the NASDAQ for today. Copper. I forgot to move my yellow line. You can see has about 160 ticks of range. Gold's been heading down here after hitting a high of about 1842.8. We have about 12 points of range. I'll get it right eventually. UltraBond's been heading down. About 1.5 points of range. Crude is about mid-range. 835, about 3.5 points. And natural gas had a weird opening candle all the way down to 6. Popped back up within 2 candles. It's about 200 ticks of range. It's a great job, Mr. G. So let's look. Let's take a daily chart here. Let's look back. See what, as we're leading into the July 4th holiday last year, well, you can see last year we basically rallied from May until September. So, yeah. So now we wait for our opportunities. Okay. I got a nice win on Crude last night. I got a couple nice wins on NQ, and then I gave it all back on the Apex. So there's some stupid trades in there. I'm having So how was everybody's weekend? Morning, Matt. How are you? What time did I trade crude oil? That's a good question. I traded crude oil. Traded crude oil. Time to turn back time. Right here, so about right after 8 p.m. Eastern. Followed this line down. Got out at the bottom here. Actually, I got out really well right before it turned. Like 6 ticks from the bottom. So 52 ticks down on 2 micros. How was your weekend, Matt? Yep. Then I was mad that I missed this move here. This was a beautiful move up by over 2 points, or almost 2 points. No problem. That's what we do here. We share. We share better than a kindergarten class full of good kids. I don't know. Not a white kid, don't blame me. Totally worked on a just totally revamped my intended trading style over the weekend. Not going to be looking much at the one. I mean, I'm still going to have this up for now, but I'm mainly going to be working off of 5-minute charts. I have not got my alerts set up yet, but I have a new general strategy that I back tested for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I think is going to be very good. Nope, 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart's going to be my new home. Right now, about what's going on. Kind of flat. Good morning, Burl. How was your weekend? Thank you. Not much going on here yet, so I'm going to mute and eat my eggs. And we'll continue to watch the markets. Ouch. If we get anything. Right now we're kind of dull. Very dull. Very dull. Why do I sound like Rain Man again? Got some rest too, and then totally, then spent about 12 to 13 hours reworking my entire strategy and backtesting it. Hello, 01. I really believe I did. I mean, it's not a big deviation from the current strategy. But first off, pretty much ditching the 1-minute chart, moving to the 5-minute chart, and then let me find a good example here. Well, NQ last night was a good example. Here's NQ on the 5. What I'm looking for is when this EMA line is white, it's uptrending. When it's down, when it's blue, it's downtrending. So looking for the breaks right after a color change, candle breaks. I'm going to be using micros at first, so I'm going to be using a bigger stop, so like 2 micros for a 25-point stop, looking for about 30 to 35 points. But I'm also going to be just watching the price action, getting out where it's, makes most sense. So like here we have a break, and you can see it moved up nicely before that huge candle. I mean, this would have got me in there too, but I'm looking for just this break right after a color change. You can see here, this color, right here we had a color change, short signal, and the break of the line, which could have got this candle. Back here, a break, and up. Here again, a break and down. So you can see how that would have worked 5 times. Now we have this one here that's just kind of hemming and hawing. So we'll see if this one ends up going the same way. But that's what I'm looking for. I tested it on like 10 different assets. The only thing it really didn't work well on was lean hogs. But that's how I got my crude trade last night. This move here, it wasn't exactly the move that, it didn't really break. It was already underneath. But I noticed the wick above the EMA line came down, which gave me more confidence to enter on that signal, and rode this down with 2 micros for 54 ticks. Then you can see here I did not take this one, and I should have. Beautiful candle through the EMA line, and then that led to over 200 ticks. The tricky, this is one, it ended up working, but I would have stayed out of. This is later in the night because it was coming into these uptrending bands. See, eventually it actually did work. There are times it won't work. I got to stay out. Still got to stay out of the chop, like here. But here's another example, and another example. That's basically what I'm looking for. And then, I'm still going to use the bands and the bands on the RSI as guides for, if I shouldn't enter or when I should get out. Good recent example in gold. Coming down, and here's the break. I wouldn't have needed this signal. Would have worked too, but here, could have got in there, followed this down. It's already down like almost 4 points. Now, obviously, you want to stay out of chop. I wouldn't have taken this because it is upward trending bands, and then I wouldn't have taken any of these. I prefer it when it breaks with momentum. In other words, there's a couple of candles before the break. Also, any candle that goes band to band or even from line to band, I'm probably going to ignore. See, this would have worked here on gold there. This would have worked here for a beautiful move. And then this would have worked. I would have needed to watch to know when to get out, or else I could have probably, got out, ended up getting out break even here. Because I'm going to look for 2 or 3 points normally. But I'm willing to get out when the market's telling me to get out, not just stuck to one target. For the most part, I'm just going to be using a regular stop, and I might use a trailing at the very end, like after it hits target, and just try and get a little extra out of it. But for the most part, I'm going to try and manage the trades myself, which I think is also easier off a 5-minute chart. Like here's the ES last night, right here. Look at this. This is a beautiful move right here in London. You can see how it came right up through there, right after a color change. Jumped in there, could have jumped in there and rode this up for 27 points on the ES. Obviously you're not going to get the exact tops, etc. But, just staying in and staying comfortable, waiting for the market to tell you when to get out. realizing you're not going to catch the top. So I might have, if I had taken this trade, rode this up, I might have got out once it pulled back on this candle here. I realize more and more that the 1 minute chart, while I do feel it can be used, it's just so hard to keep up with that 5 minute chart is going to be more effective for me. I still need to get up all the alerts set up on it. I'm going to be using micros and Crude, NASDAQ, ES, and Q, Gold, and Q, yeah. I'm going to be using the 5-year note because that is a $7 tick, $7.81 tick value. I'm going to be watching some of the agriculture. I'm going to be watching some of the currencies. For now, UB and copper are out because of their tick values, but they work as well. Here's copper on the 5 minute. Last night you can see here the break move down. This would have been a very nice move down. The break, nice move up. This would have been $1,000 move up. Here could have got in for another $250 after the bounce off that EMA. And then this would have been right here with this break, that would have been beautiful down. Right here, strong candle through. Wouldn't need to wait for the signal. Beautiful move up. Again, break. Beautiful move down. Break. Nice move down, etc. And then what my goal is probably going to be, eventually, once I have, right now I'm going to go for quick moves, get quick targets. But my goal will eventually be, once I'm in, to kind of follow this EMA line until, maybe not until it turns the next color, but using it as a guide to stay in trades longer. Now, once this happened, I would have got out no matter what the EMA line said because I knew it was going to pull back at that point. But that's the goal, is just be able to stay in trades longer, like here. Just stay in that, most of the day. Eventually. Now we're choppy, and we're excuse me, we're 5 minutes until top of the hour. I'm gonna finish eating my eggs. Up here on natural gas, 69 ticks out of the blue. You see here is another good example. I did not actually backtest natural gas, and natural gas is still not something I'm going to trade. I'm not even sure why I watch it. I mean, eventually I might, but right now it's just too dangerous. But you see, nice break here, especially after a nice little 3-bar play there. Would have got us in this trade. It wouldn't have needed a big stop even, 15 tick stop. And obviously could have got, but this move. And back here, same thing. We had the break of the EMA and could have nailed this move. Natural gas needs a viable micro. The eggs are done. I've eaten them. They're gone in my tummy. Seems like we might be coming down now. Here's a possibility. The NQ is sending this, not sending it, but NQ is coming back down through the CMA line. Let's turn blue. Oh, I have blue. Oh, sorry. But we are in this kind of rangy area, so I'm a little hesitant on it. And right before the top of the hour. So we'll wait for the top of the hour. Biggest challenge of this strategy, just like the other one really, is not getting chewed up by range. And like I said, this one really didn't get really far from the EMA line. So I prefer when it kind of has some momentum down. Now it does have 2 candles before it, red candles. So this one might work. We'll watch it. Still, working on getting confidence in it. See if I go in on the 1 minute. Obviously, that would have already worked. Trying to find my vitamin D here so I can take my supplements. Magnesium. Crude. Yep, there's the pop-up. That's what I kind of expected there. Yes. If I don't wait for the 5-minute bar to close, then I mean, usually if it's with a signal, it's almost good, but I don't want to end up getting into stuff like this. Like here, I was actually watching this last night, and while you can see the line stayed blue, there were times when it popped up to the tops of these wicks that it actually did turn color. It turned white. And then when it retreated, it went back to blue. So yeah, I'm waiting for the bar to close before I get in. With the exception of, if I saw something that was like obvious, I might close. I might where I could tell that it's a solid candle and it's in this last 1 minute or so. Then I might get in. But for the most part, I'm waiting for the candle to close. I need to write up a checklist of things I need to look at, when I'm considering a trade. What are the bands doing? Uh, where is it at on the RSI bands, etc. Remember to look at those guidelines. Trying to break through 12,200 here. When I was back testing this, crap. When I was back testing this, I did not even look at things like support and resistance or anything like that. Just it was the it was just the raw moves. Wow, really? So he did burst through 200 there. It did not hold. Look at this move down. I jumped on Apex. Short. I'm out about 5 points. Now that was not off my strategy. That was off a pure scalp of the break of 200. I mean, half was off my strategy. I'm still using regular minis on the Apex account. And so I was kind of, I was looking at this break, but I was also, just looking for the break in 200. Saw the break in 200, and then saw it coming back up to this, and I quickly got out. So that was a quick win. It was a $90 win. Really? That's interesting. That a guy that was so technical analysis to actually build those technical those indicators would be into something like the lunar cycles, which sounds more science fiction type thing. So Apex is only down by $10 now. Short signal firing on the 5-minute now. So I should, we're barcoding here on the 1. Up, down, up, down. No, up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B start. So, this is one of those areas that I'm not sure how to exactly do. We see that's kind of forming this M pattern. I'm thinking we're heading down. This is sending a short signal here on the 1-minute. I'm sorry, on the 5-minute. Recent low of this move over here was 78. This is, it did get some momentum coming down, but it never strayed far. It's easier when they stray far and then come back. And so in this case, and obviously you see this break here, this one would have only went 13 points before coming back down. If I had entered on that one, excuse me, if I had entered on that one, once I saw it kept topping here, I probably would have got out for like 10 points. Or at the worst, once I saw it coming back down here, I would have got out at break even. I'm not going to re-enter this one, but we'll see where it goes. I don't know how many back tests there are on that strategy. You can see here, this is what I'm really looking for on this new strategy eventually. Once I have nice cushions and I'm funded, you can see here how the break of this here led to this. This is a now 7, almost 8 point trade. Now I would have got out here once it hit that third band for this pullback. So probably about like a 5 point trade. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So now we'll see if I should have gotten in with this short on this break. Here's a nice solid break. There was no reason, technically no reason not to get in there, except for I just didn't kind of like how it was hanging so close. So let's give it a 25 point stop, which is what I'll run with 2 micros. I'll run 2 micros, 25 points. I'll go for 30. We'll see if we get it. Right now it's still hemming and hawing. Thank you everyone for joining me on this early Monday morning, a little bit after 8 on the East Coast. Reminder, I'd love if you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Yep, back down here. After a weekend off, that like button likes to be slapped around a little bit to get it working, get it moving. Sounds so bad. I'm really not a violent person. Morning, CBR. How are you doing? Now, see here again. Now, this one I also would have been hesitant on, although it did send me a signal, so I might have jumped in here, and then this has gone up 18 ticks. That would have been a good trade there. Crude, copper's been sending excellent signals. Now, unfortunately, copper's micro is not working right. I'll just move down on the treasuries. Oh, UltraBond just made a new low of the day. Now, trying to remember. I don't think we have any news today. Let me look. Oh, actually, we have a U.S. durable goods report coming out in 15 minutes. So, reminder of that. I keep saying I need to start tracking how that affects the market, and I still haven't. These different news reports. On Wednesday, we have the U.S. gross domestic product quarter over quarter. And at the bell on Wednesday, we have 3 different Fed speakers speaking, including Powell. Now, I was saying something last week, and I was wrong about. I thought non-farm payrolls was this coming Friday, and it's not. A second. Back. So non-farm payrolls is actually on the 8th this month, not on the first Friday of the month. So there'll probably be no overnight stream this month, no London session stream, because I believe I'm going to be moving on the weekend of the 8th, and there will still be a Friday morning stream like normal. but I'm not gonna stay up all night and then have to move over the weekend, etc. So we'll probably do our next overnight stream in August. Slower morning. I expected more action this morning, but we've really kind of just haven't really moved much in the last, really almost 4 hours now. You can see how flat it is. Taking any trades this morning, CBR? Are you already heading? Are you already at work? Everyone got quiet all of a sudden. All's quiet on the YouTube front. You can see how, again, this break here on copper. Yeah, wow, actually, a break on copper, that's a 500 point move. I mean, a $500 move. 500 points would be amazing on copper. But it's a $500 move. That's pretty impressive. See, these here, this one right here, these are kind of suck. See how this one did not break the EMA line, and then this one did and solid. Now it would have been a good, good 13 ticks, but wouldn't have got as much out of it because of how it broke there. So a good one. Boom, boom, doom. So now it's just a matter of executing it as usual, which is, still my thing. You can see how it works on almost every asset. This would have been a beautiful move on the pound. Boom, 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 boom. Then right here it breaks, and you can see how it comes right back down. Excuse my yawn. Obviously, I didn't get enough rest this weekend. Meanwhile, NQ is still being crude. I still have 1 minute alerts going off. Ooh, look at that move down on gold. 3 points. So, big move down there, even though nothing else is really moving. Crude's pulling back. Huh. Ugly looking chart here. Not that we should be judgmental on looks. Someone got a case of the yawns. Got a bunch of new subscribers over the last few days. If any of you are here, welcome and thank you. I appreciate it. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Good morning, RJ. You're up bright and early. How was your weekend? Everyone got so quiet all of a sudden. I typed in the chat of my other ID just to make sure it was working. I keep the stream up on my phone to watch quality and such. Glad to hear that, RJ. I apparently did not get enough sleep based on these yawns. I think I need to be put into an induced coma for like 7 days. Thank you, Mr. G, for that reminder about hitting the like button. Got news in a couple minutes. Don't know how impactful the news is. So you can see here, based on that new strategy I'm doing, this move has gone, let's see, 12.206, about 20 points. Oh wow, big move down here. So there we go. So that, if I had taken that trade, that would have given me 30 points. Big moves down here into that most recent resistance or support. I'm sorry, support. Strong 5-minute candle there, 21 points. Just broke that support. That support goes bye-bye. News in a couple minutes. I mean, a couple seconds. There it is. Let's see what we get. If anything. Oh, strong move up. And that's strong. 7 points. So continuing down here. So nice flush down. Should have taken another short there, but I didn't know about what the news wanted to do here. So again, though, that would have been an excellent move there. Came down. It was a slow grind, but it's still. Everything's coming down now. Gold, NASDAQ, ES, crude, treasuries, Russell, copper, natural gas. Wow, kind of like a consensus. Let's go look and see what the news says. Not that I really understand much of this anyway. U.S. durable goods actual 0.7. The forecast was 0.2, so it beat the forecast. And yet we're heading down. Sometimes I don't understand the market. Ah, pay no attention to that clanging. So next major support down about 130, so that's a way to go. It's not afraid of falling, but it can't get off the ground. So I'm kind of upset with myself that I missed this move, but there shall be more. Strong move down here. Expecting it to rebound here in a bit. We are well below the Bollingers on the RSI. So I'm guessing on the next 5-minute candle, we'll start seeing a bit of a retreat. But we shall see. But we shall see. Now I missed this move on crude again. I don't have my alerts set up yet. But here's this. Here was a break through that line. Line turned blue. This is my entry type. This is my entry criteria now. You can see we've already gone down 23 ticks. So ES over the last 10 minutes now has gone down almost 12 points. And Q has gone down about 47 points. Let's see if I'd gotten in on that break based on my new entry criteria and stayed in so far. The whole move will be up about 58, 59 points, something like that. So let's see if we rebound here a bit on this next 5-minute candle that just opened. Now see, crude did not go real far on that break. And you can see that looks like a reversal candle. So if I had been in that trade there, I would have got out. Would have ended up being a small profit, very small. And then waiting to see if it breaks back up. we are seeing this pop back up. I said, you know, it broke that RSI on the Bollinger. It's popped back up. It's got back within that Bollinger on the RSI. Pop back up, 10 points total. See if it holds. Here's another entry criteria on my new strategy, or revamped strategy for copper. And I picked the wrong. See how far that goes. As always, folks, feel free to say hi in the chat. If you have any questions or comments, always feel free. Free as the wind blows. Yep, see? So I called that right. Kind of proud of that. I said we're going to have a reversal in the next candle. We did by 14 points. So that could have been a good play there. We're playing that reversal, 14 up. Looks like we might come back down. We got back inside those bands of both the upper and the lower. Just gives it more room to kind of move now. Crude. Crude's trying to just kind of walk back up there. You can see its little legs, maybe like a pogo stick. Yes, I'm a bit insane. Gold's continuing to bleed down. It's almost at its daily low. Look at silver. That's not on the right. I can tell. EMA. how beautiful that trade on silver would have been in breaking the EMA there. I'm not going to trade silver for a long time because of its high tick value. But you can see here this break would have had a pullback, which is why I won't trade it. But boop, it would have had a. That's not actually a horrible pullback. 5 ticks, but that big beautiful move down there. That was how many ticks? How many ticks? 25. So that's over a $600 move. No, that's wrong. Yeah, that's right. Something like that. $25 a tick. 25 times 25 is 525. Yeah, there we go. And platinum. Platinum's another one I'm going to be looking at because of its lower tick value, at least at first. So see, nice little curve back up. Must be Monday. No one seems like they're awake. Kind of including me. Besides me, I've taken one trade so far. One trade. It was a $90 winner on a Q on the Apex account this morning. Chilling is good, Burl. Give me one sec. Somewhere here. Market's really not doing much this morning. I mean, yeah, we had that nice move down there. But now it's been back just kind of hanging. Nice job, Matt. watching here, looking for something. Nothing really jumping here. Here's one of those spots that looks like copper would not have worked on that strategy. So you can see it would have stopped out. It's not going to work every time. Don't try to force it. Yeah, let's see here. About 11 minutes before the crude desk opens in the top of the hour. Got to get rid of these 1-minute signals at some point in time. Yeah, I can hear. Hold on. I'll work on that later. So this beautiful move down here on the ZF. Here's the break. Probably waited for another candle for confirmation. Wasn't yet awake. Well, I mean, I was just starting to stream here. Ten ticks, split by a 7-tick stop. See what it easily won. My goal with this strategy is to take maybe like try and find 10 good trades a day that wins $100 and no more than 5 or 6 losses that loses somewhere around 75. Treasuries hit a new daily low. Hey, CBR. Long ES at 39.24. Good luck on that. Oops, sorry to hear that, CBR. So we'll try to come down lower. So we've come down a bunch here in the last little bit. How did I get CL in here? Oops. There we go. That was weird. I actually clicked on something. So the last hour and a half, we've come down about 60 points. Hey, Frankie, haven't seen you in a while. How you been doing? Excuse me 1 second. Well, that's not good to hear, Frankie. Well, maybe it's just time to take a breath, take a little time off, and then come back and figure out. I mean, do you figure? Do you know where the problem lies? Do you know? Is it your strategy? Is it your psychology? Is it Do you know where you're going wrong? Not much going on right now. Just kind of grinding slowly down here, maybe. Absolutely, it's frustrating, Frankie. Sounds like we might need to redo your strategy. maybe go back to sim trading for a while. Crude desk opens in a minute. There it is. Hello, Muggles channel. I stream up until about 11 Eastern. So about 7:30 to 11 Eastern. Crude's still looking ugly there. You're welcome, and thank you for joining me today. Welcome to the channel. Now there's the move on Crude. 30. Forty ticks on Crude. Seeing a little pop up here on NQ. Not huge. $50 ticks now on Crude. 60 ticks. So crude is blowing up. New daily high. Yeah, I'm now using 5-minute charts instead of one. Got a 15-point pop up on the 5. Watching, waiting. Crude. Pull it back. You see how it broke those top bands easily. That was a very easily prediction to we're gonna see a pullback. Should have taken it, but I didn't. Copper, you see, came back up. Gold came up through here. Downward trending bands though, so this is one of those spots that I'm more careful of. Good morning, Alkalates. How are you doing? Nice, nice. Waiting for some opportunities here. Kind of missed a couple, but so we wait. V8. Watching and waiting. Right now, this is very boring, guys. I'm watching like 20 different assets and like nothing. Bitcoin still staying above 21,000, making all the crypto people happy. NQ trying to come back down here a little bit. No ace yet. Let's see. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing to talk about. Pulling back on crude. So that wedge on alkaloids, is that bullish or bearish thing? I haven't really studied wedges, to be honest. And Q coming up a bit here. To the EMA line on the 5. Sending a long signal, but has not caused that to change color. Crude, big move down there on crude. Wow, explosive move down on crude. Reverses there a bit. Let's see if it gets out of those bands and continues down. Taking a short there. See how it goes. I got in a little late. Let's see how this works. Move my stop. Make the stop 30 points. Or 30 ticks. 30 points would be way too big. Morning, Ace. How are you? How was your weekend? Oops, stopped out. Wow. Okay, so that was a bad entry. My fault. Way down into the bands. Shouldn't have taken that. Totally. See, didn't recognize where that candle ended. Totally should not have gotten in there. Stupid move on my part. Uh, Sorry, Ace. I don't do that kind of stuff on stream. I think that'll get me deleted by YouTube. Uh-oh. Swirling. I have internet. Stream swirling for you guys? Okay, I seem to correct now. Not sure what that was about. Maybe my new place will have a better stream. So are you finishing up, CBR? Morning, my Ameritrade. Okay. Thank you, Ace. They're rather docile here this morning, so we're going to see whether or not that docileness, which I'm not sure is an actual word, ends here at the open in a few minutes. A long signal firing there as we cross that EMA line, slightly downtrending bands. Stay out for now with the open just away. I concur. Ooh, then there's the burst up. There's Ace's 2 points for a pullback. Wow, burst up and then pulled back and went to red on this 5-minute candle. It's kind of indecisive right here. It's trying to push back up again. About 5.5 minutes until the bell. Hey, John, how you doing? So, looking at the bands on the 5, plenty of room to go either way at the open. 1 minute chart looks kind of bullish. 15-minute chart looks kind of bearish. Excellent job, John. Good, consistent trading. We all sit here in anticipation to find out what RJ got. Oh, there we go. So did you guys hit your? Did you get filled for your target, or did you just not get filled? Yeah, the markets. You can see here the last 5 minute candles is just nowhere. But here we go for the bell in about 2 minutes. Excuse me a minute. I'm back. Well, green is green, and of course Ace got his 2 points. Market always make sure he gets his 2. So now we're starting to see a little bit of rise up. Less than a minute to go for the bell. Market trying to get back up above 200, 12,200. About 18 seconds. Ring-a-ding-dong. Ring-a-ding, ding-ding-dong. Ooh. Popped up for about 8 points and then down, but still unsure of itself. Back to green. 12 points. 14, 15. There we go. There's the rise up. 21 points. There's a pullback. Still kind of wishy-washy. Frankie, it'll get better, bud. Trust me. Big move back down, so now we're red on the 5-minute. The 34-point candle on the 1-minute. Strong move down now, 25 points total. And increasing 40 points down. So after a couple minutes of indecisiveness, moved down 40 points, but already pulled back by 15. $30 points down. Short signal is firing there on the 5-minute. I'm not real sure about taking that, so I'm just going to kind of watch it. 34 points down or so. Ooh, look at all of agriculture selling off. Copper down. Oh, it's here. Over here. Yes, everything's down. Gold, crude. Crude stopped me out and then continued falling. Copper. Treasuries are liking chaos. natural gas, all the metals. Wow, look at that candle now, 57 points. Broke through this support. Just bounced off this support, whatever that is. I don't even know. Oh, right here. From overnight and just broke through there. So this is now a 65 point 5-minute candle. Closing here. Yeah, 15 seconds. Wow, look at this. Amazing momentum down. 66. Another support broken. Hope it's going to pay for all these supports that get broken. 75. Okay, so that candle closed at 74.25. Down. So ES is popping back up a little bit on this new 5-minute candle. So far in Q is not. Crude popping up a little bit. Gold popping up a little bit. Ooh, look at that rebound on natural gas. Wheat heading down. So I should have taken that short on the 5. You see it's down 30 points. That would have been a beautiful move. There's almost RJ's 12.072. It hit 12.075. Yeah, I actually have that marked, that 12.072. I have that marked. Just bounced off of there. Or close to there. Good morning, Marquito. Nice pullback here. Up 75 back up to 12,100, so 25 points back up. Bitcoin trying to desperately hold on to 21,000. Oh, look at that 5-minute candle. That 5-minute candle went down 40 points and now is very close. It's going to finish red, but it came very close to coming back up to green. And coming back down. 15-point opening candles down 90 points. Yep, bounced perfectly off that EMA on the 1-minute. It's making it run at that overnight low again. Yep, it broke. Broken bad. It's trying to get bully up. There we go. That's continuing to push down. So bears have said, hey, where do you think you're all going? Bears don't like heights. Yeah, a little bounce here though. So it didn't stay below the overnight low. New low of the day though is now 12,066. Another push down. $132 points now in this 15-minute candle. There's 12,050. So that 15-minute candle closed down 128 points. Next candle's starting red, but it has not yet broke that cleanly broke that 12,050. Looks like it might here. Still hanging there. Just hanging here at 12,050. That's what everything else is doing. Gold's still trying to come down. Had a green candle up there, but crude. So remember I got stopped out on crude. That was because I didn't get in at the right place. I waited to get in. I got in, get in, and reversed just a bit. You can see this would have been a beautiful, absolutely beautiful crude trade over a full point. Again, hesitation. I need to stop. Copper, it's moving down nicely as well. UltraBond, moving up. NQ is below 12,050 now. Can it burst down? Looking at recent lows from this little consolidation period right before the close on Friday. Well, I shouldn't say right before the close. This pullback before the big move before close on Friday. This area is before it burst up the other day, Friday. That 11,992 level that Mr. RJ mentioned earlier. Ace, you in anything? I know you said technically you're done, but lately that hasn't meant you're actually done. down to 12,030. Excellent job, Ace. I had that feeling. Up. Maybe a bottom here. A little bit of a pullback. $12,021 was the low. Pop back up to 12,045. I have a grocery order is being delivered as we speak, so if I hear a little bit of noise, just ignore it. I can try and sing over top of it if you like. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say, well, how come you're trading at ES today, RJ? Just something, some variety in your life? Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the jungle. We got what you need. So yeah, we're seeing a pop up here. Possible reversal candle on the 15. Yuck. So this 5-minute candle is up 36 points. So we might have found the bottom. A bottom not full of cat vomit. 50 point 5 minute candle. So bottom maybe was 12,021, which is a palindrome, where it's the same front and backwards. So now I'm trying to trade off the 5 minute chart, but seeing that 1 minute chart makes me wish I had been trading off the 1 minute chart. See what everything else is doing. Wow. I was wondering why. Well, I thought you were just going slightly insane there, Ace. But yeah, that is a palindrome. Wow, that's pretty cool. Watching, waiting here. So oil also bounced. It's really hard to bounce oil. I mean, it's this glob of goo. It doesn't bounce real well. Ace, I want to see that certificate. Uh, who's there? Not a palindrome who? So NQ popped up in the short left field. No, about 50 points, pulling back again, maybe a bit here. I think we lost Mr. G today. Yeah, pull one back down there on the 1 minute. Yeah, I figured that. Uh, See, guys, see how good I am to you all? I even hire comedians. Well, by hire, I mean they show up and grab 2 points and then tell jokes. Back up. So our NQ is unsure of itself now. Self-esteem issues. Doesn't know if it wants to feel up or down. Maybe a little bipolar. I was just, yeah, Mr. G, I was just kidding around. You don't need to talk all the time, trust me. I was just joking. 100% joking. RJ, I would file a suit in small claims court against Ace. Great job, Matt. As Kermit says, it's not easy being green. And darn it, if that frog is not almost always right. So many jokes. So many jokes. We're hanging around 20,080. Looks like it's trying to push up. It's trying to rise up and be counted. See the long signal firing there, but way before I wanted to. Crude doing the same. Crude's actually breaking through on a white line, breaking through. So that's closes in a minute. It's a big candle. 87, 88 tick, 90 ticks, 91. I could continue here. Hey, look at Oh, we're back above 12,100. RJ, it's running away from your entry points there. Or your yeah. Nice move up. And see, this is one thing I gotta start, paying more attention to. We had this came down nicely here, obviously, and we had this nice bullish engulfing candle, little red candle, then our big 50-point candle here. Gonna watch our crude oil. I didn't take this trade, but we're gonna watch it. Tomorrow I'm gonna start taking more trades on this new strategy. Today I'm just kind of watching to see how things react. Back a bit as it sniffs the EMA line. Maybe it smells bad. So this, if we look at the 15-minute candle, I think I need to reboot my computer. It's like stalling on me. This looks like a perfect reversal candle to lead into this, and I wasn't paying attention. But that would have been a great play. Big move down, almost a doji green, and up. I don't even see it. Cool. G. Is pulling back after it kind of sniffed that EMA line. Hey, at least my yawn stopped. So here's the pullback. It did kind of come up to that EMA line, pull back 40 points. See how it looks on the 1-minute chart. You can see that would have been a decent play off the one. This candle is now almost the size of the last 5-minute candle. Okay, give me 1 second, Ace. That's awesome, Ace. Absolutely awesome. I believe you would need Matt's screenshot thingy. He uses whatever that is. Forget. I know he uses I don't think actually he hasn't posted anything here to find it. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for the laugh. Well, his screenshot program creates a link to the screenshot in the cloud. Pull one back down. Nice bounce there. I have one that does it too, and only from like the if it's a screenshot from a browser. I don't know how to do it if it's a screenshot from the actual PC, like something you create on your PC. Oh, not much going on. Let's look at this crude. So at 33 ticks, that would have stopped me out. That was a big pullback. This is kind of what I'm using, but you can see how it's now going toward my target. So it's kind of waiting here. We have about 45 minutes left to go on the stream. And the market's not really moving much this morning. We had a nice move down there, but I mean, not we're not seeing these huge up and down moves like we sometimes see. Well, now Nasdaq's coming back down. So the low over here was 12,021. Now maybe RJ is going to be interested again. Popping back up. So did not hit the low. Sorry to hear that, G. Got down to 21 and 25, so almost basically a double bottom. But these last 15-minute charts look really odd. And we're coming back down. Gold still grinding downward. New daily lows. Uh, 20, Matt. Yep, I agree with that, G. Coming back down. Look for the break of the low of the day and maybe enter on the break. Watching it. Should have got in off that candle that touched. That would have made a lot more sense. Because it's come down 50 points since then. just hanging here about 12.037, 12.040 in this range. Low is 12.021. And popping back up. So definitely not a smooth morning here with the NQ. Kind of this. So this kind of this worked, but it needed a bigger stop. And I didn't, I didn't get in it, but it would have worked, but needed a bigger stop. Gold's still grinding down. This kind of grind over here as well. It's not the clean break I'm looking for. We'll see if that goes. About 30 minutes left on the stream. Let's see if there's anything interesting going on there here. This was a decent move up here on soybeans. After a decent move down at the open, oil did the same type of move. And as did meal, but it looks like meal is on the wrong EMA, or wrong moving average. Let me fix that. Doop. Yep. So they all made that same move. That would very nice move down on everything. Look at corn. Corn went down 8 points. It's $400. And wheat did. It looks like wheat did something similar there. I went down 10 points. It's 500 bucks. See this beautiful move down here in platinum. So I'll get my alerts set up. Thank you. Trying to pop back up again. We're definitely rangy mutts. Strong 5-minute candle here, 46 points again. Back up to that EMA line. Are we going to break it back through this time? Break on through to the other side. Trying to get back up to 12,100. Pull back as it hits, as it touches, almost touches that EMA line. And pulls back again by 20 points. So you can see, look here at the 5-minute chart, this beautiful breakthrough here off the open. We've rebounded up. It sniffed that EMA line, came back down by 60 some points. Strong move back up. Again, didn't quite touch that EMA line and back down. Still trying to come up. Asking questions and trial and error, and honestly, I'm still learning. Whenever I have a question, I ask Matt. No? And we are popping back up. And back down. So, it doesn't know which way it wants to go. Gold continues to grind down, just a slow grind. I mean, these are small candles, but you can see we've been grinding down now since before 7 a.m. and it's come down about 14 points. Just slowly. I mean, these are 5-minute candles that are like 8 ticks and 4 ticks and so on. So not fast by any means, but nonetheless, had one pullback on the way through, back down. This crude, so you can see how good this crude would have been, but at this one big candle on the pullback, that would have needed a 40 tick stop, or 36 ticks, no, 44 ticks? Yeah, 44 ticks. But you can see it's gone well over a point now, about 134 ticks. Copper, another nice move there on copper. See if, again, here, we had this kind of swing move here, this down, up, inverted rainbow, bowl, whatever you want to call it. Broke through here, finally, after trying here, here, and here, and here. Broke through here solidly. We could have jumped on that and be up almost $500. And if we had did the same thing coming down, a solid candle through, I'm not sure what we would have got out of that. Hold on. Break on through. We could have got also a $250 trade. So someone asked earlier about whether or not I, wait for the candle to finish. You can see how all these look like they might have been good at one point, but they pulled back. So that's why I'll wait for a candle to end, because if I got in here, pulled back, I couldn't do 5 minutes of push-ups. Moving up. And we just broke back above 12,100. There's the break on the 5-minute chart. Bands are still slightly downtrending. A minute to go on this 1 minute candle. 5 minute candle. It's not the strongest 5 minute candle in the world to try and get through that line. So we'll see if it gives us anything better on this next, on this last minute. There, that's a little bit better. Nice job. Taking along on 2 micros. If I can find my software, I'll show my chart. Yep. Immediately pulls back. See what we get here. Now, I am careful because we do these downtrending bands, so I'm not gonna try and hope for a huge move, but there's lots of room between those bands in the current price action. There's a nice move up. You can see I did not wait for any type of a signal. I just waited until this candle broke that line and the line changed color. I actually got in a little bit before that new candle formed there. Pulling back a little bit on this 1 minute, but we're up 50. We're up $50. Let's see if this move sustains. It's coming back down toward me. Good job, G. There we go. Moving up. Moving on up. Ooh, we to that deluxe and hue in the sky. Stop. Just move to break even. Pulling back a little bit here. One-minute chart showing a little bit bearish. Oh, big bearish, pulling back. Perhaps I should have gotten out. We'll see. Maybe also one bar pullback. Ace. I was singing the Jeffersons theme song. You know, we're moving on up to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Yeah, we're moving on up. We hit 12-130 there and pulled back. New 5-minute candle. See if we can continue to grind up. Patience is a virtue. Struggling here though. There we go. Moving. 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 Come on. 3 points for my profit target. 2 points. 1 point. Are you kidding me? There we go. Target hit. Trailing. Moving. Move my trailing stop back just a bit. I need to retake out these trailing stops. Try to give it room to move. I need to reprogram all these ATMs. In this case, I'm going to let it, if it comes back, I'm going to let it hit it. We are coming into those bands. They're still like 30 points away, but okay, and we're out. Give me 1 second, and I will tell you the stats. That was a trade. No, that was a $127.50 trade, and we were in it for about 8 minutes. Again, that trade was based on my refined strategy now of looking for good breaks after the 20-period EMA changes direction, going from either down to up or up to down. You see we got white, a nice break, took this long, and got a nice win. That would have been if I had done 1 mini on that, that would have been a $600 win. I got I got 30 on one micro, and I got 34 on the other. So a total of 68 points between two micros. Sketchy to horrible. Depends on the account. Apex account have been wonderful. The earn and trade accounts are cursed. No. But totally different strategy as of today. So it's hard, the last couple of weeks haven't been great, but that's on par for my normal. I really believe that this adjustment in my strategy is going to be a very good thing for me. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Matt. So we have hit 11 o'clock in the East Coast. I think we're going to call it there for today. Ended up on two accounts down. Oops, I didn't update the P&L on the gauntlet. I mean, not that it really matters for closing. Oh, I just didn't hit save. There we go. Thank you, accolades. Remember, I'm back on Sharevision this evening, and I'm back here on YouTube tomorrow. Ending the day up on, well, I mean, I might take more trades, but I don't know. But right now up on Gauntlet and TECP, just slightly down on the Apex by $10. Glad you're here, Makito. Glad to have you. Thank you, accolades. Great, glad to hear that, Marquito. Absolutely. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. See you tonight on Sharevision or tomorrow here on YouTube. Talk to you then. Bye. Already had my eggs like 3.5 hours ago. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, I'll love if you hit the thumbs up button. Remember, we do stream every morning on YouTube and Twitch from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every evening on Sharevision from 7:45 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, I'd love to have you follow me on social media. We're on Twitter at MightyOxTrading, Instagram at MightyOxTrading, and Reddit at r/oxmarkettrading.